Welcome to the Festival of Entrepreneurs, recorded live at the NEC in Birmingham. Over the next few minutes, you'll hear from some of the most incredible founders, investors, and business leaders who joined us this year.
How is everybody today? All good? Excellent. Second day of the Festival of Entrepreneurs. Who was here yesterday? Yes, and for who here is it their first day? Couple more. Lovely. Well, welcome. Lovely to have you here. My name's Ian Hawkins. I'm moderating this session here, which is about early stage investment and angel investors. Well, I have a fabulous panel for us today. I have, we've got Stefan Golive. I spent so long trying to work out how to say Stefan when it's not spelt like that, and then ignored Golive and went straight through it. And we also have Ben Cooper here. Ben Cooper, everybody. So please, you're both in early stage investment, both angel investors. Yep. Please welcome my panel, everybody. I say panel, it's going to be more of a sort of fireside chat. So welcome. So tell me, gents, Stefan, we'll start with you. What sort of investments do you make? Who do you help? Into the mic. And also, you'll notice that it's quite hard to hear each other, but people out there can hear us.
Perfect. Just checking. Can you hear us okay? Yeah? Perfect. So could I start with a question to the crowd?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Of course you may.
Yeah. How many of you guys invested in companies? And how many of you looking for funding, looking to raise funds? Okay, so we have more sell side rather than the buy side. I think it's important to understand whom are we pitching to or sharing our experience. So my experience really started off about 10 years ago managing Dragon's Den portfolios for the infamous TV programs when the rich and famous putting their money into early stage companies as yourselves. And it was really getting 20 or 30 portfolio within one family office or a Dragon and then managing the whole process from A to Z, from due diligence to the exit. And we did that over and over 20 times plus. So my focus is really at the stage where you find a company, you do deal them the hell out of them, make a decision with the family office or with the investor, and then take them through that journey and the life cycle. And then we also help to sell. So it's the full process.
Stefan, this is the great difference between you and me, which is that you know how all the money works. And the only thing I know about Dragon's Den is they used to make the people run upstairs before they had to do the pitch. And that was why they were always out of breath. Ben, what about you? You are the co-founder of Angel Investors in Bristol. So tell me a little bit about the companies that you work with.
Yeah, sure. So, just a little bit about my background. I spent 25 years in financial services, predominantly in discretionary fund management. I'm an exited entrepreneur, in which I've sold my own discretionary fund management business to St. James's Place back in 2016, did a couple of years of earn-out. So from 2018, I became an angel investor, joined a local group in Bristol. And then a couple of years ago, with a couple of my colleagues, we spun out of there and founded Angel Investors Bristol. So we're an angel group in Bristol, but we invest predominantly in Southwest, but nationally. Got about 150 members, done 10 deals already this year, another 3 in the pipeline, hoping to do a total of around 20 this year. So we're active angels, probably about top 20 for active angel group in the UK. Sector agnostic, so we invest in all types of companies. Ticket sizes usually in the sort of 100 to 200 mark, and we regularly co-invest with early stage investors, other VCs, so open for questions.
Open for questions. There are going to be opportunities for you to ask questions at the end, but first of all, I just want to quickly ask a couple that I think might be relevant to everyone here today. So the first one is, what's the quickest way or the best way to get on your radar as an angel investor?
Well, okay, so I attend a lot of events, so grabbing me, as I already have been today, just grab me, but I will direct you towards our website. The reason is I do that is because I get grabbed everywhere I go. People want to send me their deck, which is understandable, and I understand that fact. But to ensure that you get into our process is to go to our website and enter that formal process, because we have a we have an investment committee. We have a way of reviewing the docs, etc. How we go and what we choose to select in. So go to our website. There's a founder page, button for founders seeking funding. That's the way. That's the way in, and it's much easier for us to manage it that way.
What about you, Stefan? What's the best way to find you?
I think LinkedIn. I find it's quite easy when you just directly approach the partners of the firms or the managers of the funds. Just literally 3-4 bullet points. What are you looking for? What are you doing? Perhaps throw in some numbers and that's it, and then leave an email. I find it works really, really well. We are also sector agnostic. Ticket size is probably a little bit bigger, between £500,000 and £2 million. But I just find the formal process is not always, it's just too standard for us, basically. We always try to look out for the teams rather than the businesses as well. So I always want to know who is writing to me. I want to see the face of the person, read a little bit of their bio, and LinkedIn is the best platform for that.
Sure. Are you sticking with LinkedIn? Because I'm finding that there's a lot of AI and there's a lot of noise there now. Is that changing for you? Are you going to stay with LinkedIn?
I was
for the
hoping
foreseeable?
we're going to be the only panel not to use the dirty words today.
What, AI?
AI and ChatGPT, like, it's personal.
Who
Sorry.
do you think wrote this? Who do you think wrote
Throw
this?
it away. Throw it away. Let's have a human conversation, human interaction. Forget about AI. It's all overhyped, and we strategically avoid investing in AI companies.
Right.
That's the answer why I'm so passionate about it. But LinkedIn, going back to LinkedIn, your question, no, I think it's still by far the best platform. Of course, get 90% of the noise out, but you see the person if it's a genuine approach, and you can very, very easily decipher, was it written with a ChatGPT or by a real human being? I'm dyslexic, I would always make mistakes. I would see, if somebody's writing to me, I can also pick it up. That was a human person.
Yeah.
Like if you see a long dash, 100% that's a ChatGPT written one, right? So look out for them. Or loads of comma or bullet points. But if it's a human written message, you can pick it up, you can understand. And I think to me it's a very strong message. Oh, you know what? They're doing something themselves. Not just a copy-paste from somewhere. I want to talk to them. That's quite rare.
So, but if you're not investing in AI businesses at all, then that's obviously quite a big filter. And I can smell AI when it's written to me on LinkedIn. Also, because I'm a print journalist, I learned how to use an M-dash, and it was hard work to learn how to do it, and nobody else knows how to do it. So, the other question is, and actually it's sort of related to that, do you just back a good idea, or does it need to be an up and running and a business in its own right?
We're probably a little bit earlier, so yeah, we'd love companies that come to us with traction and evidence of product market fit and all the usual things you'd look for. But we do, as angel investors, we tend to be attracted by SEIS or early stage tax incentivized investments. So we will look at things as kind of MVP stage, or where you're starting to get some idea of customer traction, some idea of fit. But we will go probably a little bit earlier than some other sort of VCs or early stage VCs, because we're tending, as Stefan said, we're looking at the team and the opportunity. We don't have as much to go on, so we're looking at you guys about whether we think you can deliver that opportunity and what that opportunity looks like.
Stefan, what about you?
I think the team is number one priority. So it has to be diverse. Multiple founders. We don't touch one-man bands, unfortunately. Human beings tend to be sick, die, burn out, the rest of it. So, sorry to be blunt.
Keep it light.
But a team of 2 or 3, and the best is 3+. And the reason is that 2 people can always challenge and balance out the one person. And you have that dynamics where actually if somebody's going cuckoo, the other 2 or 3 founders, they will speak to him or her and sort them out. But imagine if you have a situation where there's just 2 founders and there's a huge dispute amongst them. You have a corporate clash, then all of a sudden you're in a situation, it's a fire sale, you need to sell the company. And we were in these situations before. We actually purchased the companies where there was a corporate dispute. So it could be a minority shareholder, 5%, but they are co-founder. They're strategic, they're key people. They have a fight. That's it. The company is done, and you're holding 25%. Now, if it's a 3 or 4, There's always reason amongst the room. They'll figure it out. So team for us. Like in real estate, location, location for us is team. And only after that, we'll go to the Excel, the zeros, the P&Ls, and the rest of it.
Okay. So what about solopreneurs? So are you always looking for a team? It has to be a group of people.
So we're much the same. I think statistically, as a solo founder, you're going to fail. It's just a matter of data. It's just a matter of statistics. So 2 or 3 is generally the best. From a statistical point of view, you're going to have much more chance of success for all the reasons that Stefan said. You have. Not only do you have that sort of sense check between your founders, but you have different skill sets, and therefore, when you're a founder, we come across a lot of founders. We see a lot of spin-outs, so University of Bristol, University of West of England, Exeter, those types of things. Academic spin-outs, they need someone commercial alongside them, and so it's about that split of skills. You might want someone who's and sales. So sales is ultimately. In most businesses, well, in almost all businesses, you need to sell whatever it is you've made. Whatever is your great idea is, you've got to sell it. So it doesn't matter if you're really technical and you know the product inside out. If you can't talk to a customer about what their problem is and how your solution solves it, you're not going to sell it. So you need someone who's commercial on board on your company and who can sell it. That's so.
Are there any other red flags that spring to mind that would make you go, no, this is probably not a going concern?
From a team perspective?
Yeah.
Stefan, you want to take that?
Tough one. I can give you a lot of other red flags, but on the team.
Okay.
You got me on the spot. But aside from the team, for example, one of the red flags to us, a big no-no, would be if it's on the deck or in a personal conversation, they say, oh, we don't have any competition.
Right.
That's the level of ignorance beyond imagination. Now, even God has competition, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to be careful to always just go through the whole market, check out competitors, someone who is within the industry but a huge corporation is saying, oh, well, they're not doing this at the moment. Look, it's going to take them a year and they will copy you. Or it'll take them 3 months and they'll buy you out. There's always competition, so that's a really, really big flag. We're not so worried about the size of the market. A lot of the conventional larger VC funds, they always say, oh, it's not a trillion, billion size market. Well, to us, we don't really care, because if it's a truly innovative, super duper product, you will build the market from scratch. You can actually create it. So we will not shy away from the super team with a super idea if there's no market. They will probably create that market. But on the team, as I've mentioned, it's one-man bands. Mm-hmm. The sales is absolutely critical. So we would look for, not the red flags, the green flags. I would say you have a salesperson, you have a marketing person, financial geek, and then operation person, and a leadership. So that's sometimes obviously 2 or 3 within one individual, but you need that leader who will drive everything forward, and you need the COO who will tidy up all the shit they create along the lines, because the leader will just force through, create all this mess, and then you need a perfect operations person behind them who will tidy it up, and that's the best blend. And then on top you add sales and marketing. Okay,
cool. Any other red flags or green flags that spring to mind?
No, I'd probably agree. The whole operational piece, the competitor piece is absolutely spot on. You've got to know your market. You've got to be able to demonstrate that in conversations with us. You've got to understand. You've got to be explained to us what your market is, so we can understand it, but also recognise the fact there's people out there, because we're looking for defensibility as well. So, if you've got a new software product which is disrupting an established business, what's going to stop the current incumbents just spending a bit of cash and doing what you're doing? Because you'll often get your little chart of crosses and ticks of, we deliver all this, my competitors don't do that. It's like, well, what's going to stop them doing that? So those types of things you've really got to get across, and you've got to enable us to understand what the barriers are for them to come on board.
Okay, I want to ask you, do you ever work with people who have multiple angel investors with them?
As in, what, new companies coming with us with other investors?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll co-invest with, so it's unusual for us to be able to completely fill a round.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone comes, even if they're looking for 250, the sort of SCIS limit, 250, we may not be able to fill all that. So yeah, we'll often introduce, if they're coming to us, we'll often introduce to other angel groups that we know, or we co-invest with early stage VCs as well. So yeah, work with angels all the time.
Sure, but what's the best way for maybe the company, what's the best way for them to handle multiple angel investors?
That's a good question, because...
Come to Ben.
Sorry?
If you ask Ben, they will sort it out.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
That's right, yeah.
Amortize
I'll
together.
just package it for you, yeah, no problem at all. No, so we act as a syndicate, so I suppose when we operate, we'll have multiple investors in the company, so we'll have multiple angels invest in your company as a single investment, and we'll manage that relationship. But yeah, also, it can be tricky. If you're really early stage and you take a lot of small checks from angel investors, you need to be careful who you take your money from, because it's not just about the money. Then there's the level of involvement that they'll want. Hopefully, what we like to do is help on request. But sometimes you will get angels who are quite hard work and want lots of info.
Yeah. Similar story for you, Stefan, or are things
It's
different?
slightly different, because we usually take the whole round. It's not the preference, it's because the family offices, they prefer not to share sometimes, or most of the times, sorry to say that. They feel very protective. Some of them are very secretive, or we're too big and we're too famous. So yeah, they'll scoop up the whole round. But if you have multiple angel investors on your deck cap table already when you come to us, I think that's perfect, because every angel will bring the added value, and it could be very different. Somebody brings in the sales expertise, somebody financial expertise. To us, it also, to a degree, it reinforces that actually, there's a possibility there will be a great board of non-exec directors in the future, because if they manage to attract that gravitas of individuals and on that knowledge before we get in, well, that's perfect. To us, it just reinforces the message, well, we might be right in our investment as well.
Thank you very much. Will you please thank my panel, Stefan Glev, Ben Cooper. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching this special episode from the Festival of Entrepreneurs. Our mission is simple: to help founders and business owners grow faster, think bigger, and take action. And if you were part of the event, thank you for joining us and being part of the community. And if you missed it, don't worry. We'll be back with even more ideas, inspiration, and opportunities to help you take your business to the next level. You can find out more and register for future events at festivalofentrepreneurs.co.uk.